What's up, YouTube? Scott Lett here, owner of Pro Exterior Cleaning. Hope you guys are doing well. It's another beautiful day here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, sunny and 75. I made a joke last week on my business page about, how we're ready for it to be sunny and 75. This is when it was like -8 and there's a winter storm coming through, and sure enough, here it is, like literally a week later. It blows my mind. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that wash from yesterday. That was a great way to kick off the busy season. $600 job. Took me about 5 hours. I really took my time, and it was a fun wash, man. Like, it was beautiful outside. It was very straightforward. A lot of concrete, a lot of pre-treating. I didn't post-treat, didn't need to. The 8 gallon per minute unit and my big guy surface cleaner got after it. So it was a fun job. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I did another video at the end, just kind of doing a debrief. So one thing I like to do after every job, unless it's just flawless and nothing goes wrong, which is usually never the case. There's usually little hiccups in just about every job. That's just the nature of this industry. So I always do a debrief, like what went well, what didn't go well, what could I have done better. And I added it to the video, but the video is so long, it was like 20 minutes. Y'all probably wouldn't have made it that far into the video anyways without getting bored. So I decided to add it to this video. So the biggest thing overall, I would give it my job a 90% out of 100. I haven't done that large of a residential job since last busy season, so mentally I just wasn't there. I didn't work as efficiently as I could, and the biggest thing I missed was the pool cover. I just assumed my customer was going to take the pool cover off, and if you clean just around the pool cover, when it comes for them to take it off, half of the pool deck is going to be dirty and half's going to be clean from where you clean. So if you're going to clean a pool deck, make sure that the pool cover is off. I just assumed they're going to take it off because that was part of the cleaning. So, and that joker was heavy, son. I'm talking about, it was had ice frozen in it. I mean, it was probably a 2 or 3 person job to get that off. I mean, that took 30 minutes, and I folded it up for him. But that was a headache. Never assume, and I honestly didn't think about it because I'm not in my groove yet. If it was the middle of busy season, I would have thought of asked that. So the more you do this stuff, you get in a groove, and you'll bypass those little mistakes like that. So that was probably the biggest one. When you go out and do an estimate, try to look for low points to where water could puddle up. I always bring a leaf blower with me just in case that happens, because when I first started washing, there was a certain area at this property where the water's kept building up, and it would dry, and I would go clean it a little bit, but overall it just left a puddle, and then when the puddle dried, it was just a bunch of dirt, and I got a call back. That was like my first call back ever. I took it very personally. But it was a good learning lesson for me. So always bring a leaf blower, always try to find my low points. This particular situation, the pool drain would not drain at all, so there's really no way of knowing that until you start washing. But if you find your low points, hit that section first, because once that area gets covered up with water, it's really hard to clean when it's underwater. So that's a lesson learned. And always start on your highest point when you clean, so your water goes down to where it drains. So that's another little lesson as well. So so with having to deal with the puddle issue, and then having to take the pool covering off, that burned about 45 minutes of time. So what else? I was very premature on the first section of concrete that I cleaned on the driveway. I gave it a good pre-treatment. I decided to X-Jet because the customer told me that concrete has never been power washed before, and I believe that was some of the dirtiest stained concrete I've ever seen. Like, it was hard to tell in the video, but it was bad. It was black. So I threw about a 3% mix on there. I didn't use my 12-volt system. I'm doing some repairs on it. I've got some air leaks I'm working on. I'm going to totally replumb it. It's working fine, but I can just kind of tell it's not at full capacity, so I'm going to make a little tweaks. I went to Home Depot today. But anyways, after I pre-treated, I did not give it enough time. You know, on a regular driveway that's not that dirty, you can wait 5-10 minutes, just like soft washing a house. You don't have to wait very long, and then you can rinse. But for this particular job, I needed to wait about 15 minutes for that SH to really settle into that concrete and kill the organic growth. So I prematurely started surface cleaning and just didn't clean up as well, even with 8 gallons per minute, you know, full throttle. I really had to slow down my pace, and I had to do another pre-treatment, so that's time right there too. So I wasted about 50 minutes of time because I was ill prepared, which is all on me. That's all my fault, but it's lessons learned, okay? So that's why I like to do debriefs. Like, if things don't go well in a job and you just kind of just brush them off, you're probably going to come across the same problem and have the same results. So always try to like make adjustments as you go, learn, and you know, those little hiccups early on, you know, make sure you smooth those out. That way you're out there and you're crushing these jobs as efficiently as you can. So all that I knew better. It's just I haven't watched it in a while. You know, as far as residential work goes, I've been steadily busy with commercial work, which is good. That's what I want to do. But it's one of those things, guys, the more you do it, the better you get at it and the easier it gets. So just be encouraged by that. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna downstream with my 8 gallon per minute. I'm gonna pull chem out of my X-Jet reservoir, 5 gallons reservoir, and I'm telling you, this house is not very big, so that should be plenty. And I'm just gonna do sections at a time, and I'm just gonna pre-treat the whole house, soft wash it, rinse it, and that's gonna be it. I mean, the whole process should take about 45 minutes to set up, soft wash the house, rinse it, clean up. It's not going to be a long job at all, and I'm going to make $250. So yeah, stay tuned for that tomorrow. Another thing too, guys. I've told a few guys this, like, don't be afraid to ask questions. If y'all have any questions, I'm going to answer. I'm going to respond. You know, I'm not sure how other guys do it on YouTube, but you know, if you take the time to watch my video and you have a question, and I see it, I'm going to respond. And if I do miss one of y'all's questions, it's not intentional. I haven't read it, and I don't ignore people's questions, because if I'm posting all this content and you're asking questions, I'm not answering your question, you know, what's the point of this channel? So I'm trying my very best, you know, to answer y'all's questions, and I will if I see it. Sometimes I don't get notifications. I'll just kind of go to the video and look around, and I'll see a question. Oh crap, I missed it. So let me see, what else do I have to say today? I'm out building business. I've been to a few Chick-fil-A's. I went to a Walgreens. So I had a couple people tell me about this Walgreens. My presence here in Tulsa is getting a lot larger. I can feel it. And I've had a couple different people tell me about the same Walgreens. So I went there today and just kind of showed them, hey, this is what people are saying. These are your customers are thinking about switching Walgreens locations because of how filthy the Walgreens is. And I'm telling you guys, it is bad. It is nasty. I'm talking about, I mean, I would have to use some heavy degreaser, hot water to get that place looking halfway decent. So, their response was, yeah, we agree with you. We would love to get it clean. You're gonna have to go through corporate, which is a headache, but I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Maybe I can land all the Walgreens here in Tulsa, so we'll see what happens. But we'll see. What else? I always have so much to tell you guys, but as I get talking, I kind of forget. So I posted this on my business page a couple days ago. There's a guy that bought my cheat sheet, the commercial one, and I'm kind of helping him start his business, right? And he's paying me for consultations and stuff, and bought the cheat sheet, and I mean, things are going really well. I mean, he's killing it. But anyways, he asked me the question, so what is your favorite part about being an entrepreneur? And you know, outside of all the freedom, living out my dream, being my own boss, You know, those are obvious reasons. My answer to him was, I love building business. Like, I do love washing. I love going out and making things clean, seeing a smile on my customer's face. But I love going out and searching for work. That is my favorite thing to do, like today. And because I can genuinely look back on my book of business and say I went out and built every single bit of that. You know, and this was another thing I told a guy on the phone. He's been struggling. He's thinking about getting out of the industry, which a lot of guys are. Look, guys, I'm going to be real with y'all. Okay. This may hurt some people's feelings. This may step on some toes, but if I'm not being real with y'all, what's the point of this channel? Okay. Look, the SEO, the website, the Facebook ads, Google ads, they work. Okay. To some extent, I felt like they were more effective 2 or 3 years ago when it was kind of wasn't a new thing. But, you know, what I'm trying to say is everyone's doing that now, because that's all you hear about is Facebook ads, SEO, website, you know, all these things. And that's what everyone is doing. So, you know, even if you're spending all this money for SEO and your rankings are getting up there, but I mean, what if all of your competition is doing the same thing? And I guarantee you they are. And I've seen that. I've always been against the grain type guy, and I'm getting fired up because I'm telling you, this is how it works. Do not forget about the original old school way of how to build business. Okay. That's what I do. I'm old school. Like, I've canceled my website. I've canceled the company that, you know, they lied to me. I was very skeptical anyways, but I was just sitting there thinking, like, all my competition is probably doing this. Okay. And even if y'all see this video, I don't care. I'm going to get the work. I'm confident in that. But, do boots on ground, going out, taking people to lunch, getting in front of people. You know, even with COVID, you can still make it happen. Making phone calls, you know, just showing up with your flyer, letting them see you, taking initiative, just getting out and building business, grinding, going and just driving around to different places, getting on your computer early in the morning and just researching, like, what are all my options here? And then going and doing something about it. You know, the guys who are sitting on their couch right now with no work and waiting for your phone to ring because you're paying all this money for your website and SEO, like, you can sit there and wait, or you can get off your tail and go do something about it. Now, that is as real as I can get without getting more fired up. But I'm just don't forget about the original way of how to build business. It's all about being personable. It's all about, you know, selling yourself. It's about getting out there and finding it. You know, so, and it's not because the guys who are leaving the industry, they're not leaving because there's not enough work out there. They're leaving because they don't know how to find the work. So there's a saying, I'm trying to remember how it goes. You're either unwilling or you just don't know how to do it. So you have to be willing to go out and find the business. And if you don't know how, ask. That's what I'm here for. Ask, and I'll help you. So there's guys out there who help you, but I just fight everyone that's going into the SEO, the digital marketing world, and just relying heavily on that. Yeah, it's an arrow in the quiver, but that shouldn't be your whole quiver, if that makes any sense. All right, guys, I hope that was some encouragement. Do not forget about the old school way of building business. Hope you guys have a blessed day.